Listen, we've got a special guest here on the show. It is called the Welcome Back. The Return of Emerson, Lake and Palmer tour is making a stop right here in Lexington.
Well, check this out. Today we have drummer Carl Palmer, who joins us to tell us more about the tour. We are so glad you were able to join in. Tell us a little bit about what we can expect from the tour.
Okay, so what we've got coming up is both Greg and Keith are going to be on these giant screens each side of the stage, and we've managed to work out a show where they are actually performing on film, and I'm completely in sync with them. It's a video that was made a long time ago, and the audio track was recorded separately, which has enabled me to take the drums away, play them live, and be completely in sync with Greg and Keith. And the keyboards, the voice, the bass guitar, the acoustic guitar, whatever it is, are all being mixed on that night as if the original band was there. But Keith and Greg are on film, as if we were beaming them in by satellite. And it's all perfectly in sync. We play about 7 songs, I think, together. And the rest of the evening is spent with my band, who play bits and pieces from Tarkus. Well, we play the whole version of Tarkus, actually. So this is a kind of a new way of actually presenting a group that's no longer with us. Not a hologram. It's Keith and Greg at their very, very best, and doing, doing the show like it was at the Royal Albert Hall. That's where the footage has come from. So it's kind of unique. I think it's the only one traveling at the moment, actually.
This just sounds incredible. Wow. To be able to do that, and then to be able to get in sync with it yourself there, live on stage. I mean, how much preparation went into this?
Well, to the actual editing, to get me out of the original footage that was on the DVD, which got released many years ago, it took about 8 weeks to get rid of me, so you wouldn't see me on the screen. You'd only see me projected on the screen live from in the theatre. So that's what we had to do to make this look real. So to get me out and get all the best pictures and shots, profiles and whatever of the other 2 members, it was about 8 to 10 weeks. And, we're still doing a little bit of cleaning up and editing now. There's a new program, AI program, which we've introduced, which helps with the graininess and any shadows and some smoke and some bad lighting design that went on at the time. Well, it was good at the time but didn't work now, that I've managed to get rid of, just so I can up the grade, up the premium on the actual footage you see of Keith and Greg. But look, it's not IMAX. It was recorded in the middle of the 90s or the beginning of the 90s, but the actual quality is superior now to what it was. So I'm very happy. It's technology. I mean, if the technology wasn't here, I wouldn't be able to do it. But the key thing to all this was the fact that the evening at the Royal Albert Hall, there were 2 nights. It was shot over 2 nights. We wore the same clothes both nights in case we had to do any editing ourselves. But the key was that the audio tracks were recorded separately, which has allowed me to do what I'm doing. So as I said before, it's like coming to see Emerson, Lake and Palmer live, because Keith Emerson's keyboards are being mixed in that room that night, along with my drums, which I'm playing on stage, along with Greg's voice and whatever. So I'm quite proud of it. It's something, it's quite an accomplishment, really, but technology has led the way. And thank God for that.
I also hear you have a little birdie told me about a little autobiography coming out. Tell us about that.
Okay, so I think that's official release is around about April, the first week in April. It's a box set, actually. It's my autobiography, along with various CDs, recordings that I've made over the years, VLP music with my band, some things from some recordings from the anthology album. There's also a DVD in there, which is like a video kind of scrapbook of me meeting various well-known people throughout my career and, talking to them or whatever, or just a photograph. So it's quite a package along with the autobiography. Quite pleased about that. I started it years ago, the autobiography, and we decided to put it in a box set and sell it with some music and with some video footage. So that's what it is. It's called Fanfare for the Common Man, Carl Palmer.
Oh, it sounds wonderful. Let's talk about Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Let's talk about the unique sound and what made y'all so unique and standing out all those years ago.
Well, I think what it was, to tell you the truth, when we came to America in the early 70s, we were an English kind of rock band but playing classical adaptations using a keyboard and not guitar. Those were the initial ingredients that made us different. We never thought that we would be as popular and as big in America as what we ended up being, mainly because we weren't playing rock and roll or blues or jazz. We were playing this kind of contemporary sort of European classic rock music, you know, by using classical adaptations, whether it be Bach or Aaron Copland. We had a hit with one of his pieces, but using contemporary instruments. And the singer, Greg Lake, had a kind of choir boy voice, really. It wasn't like a soulful voice. There wasn't something like sounding like a Tamla Motown singer or whatever. He sounded like you know, very English. So we had everything which was going against the grain, really, but it worked with the presentation that we put forward and the way we wanted to project as a band. I think being keyboard driven and the technology of that day was all around keyboards. Keyboards were being developed more than guitar, gave us that sort of lift and that foot in, as it were, to be able to stick with the latest technology, because that we started off when the Moog synthesizer was new to the game, and Keith was one of the pioneers of that, and that really gave us a real different sort of sound and aspect to the music. Musically, we had a lot of depth anyway, but sonically we had even more now with the technology that was available in those days, and mainly around keyboards, as I said.
Well, let us know, how can we find more information, of course, on your live performance?
Well, you could go to my website. You can definitely do that. You can go online, Facebook, it's all there. You can find out how to get all the tickets, Carl Palmer tickets, it's all there. You know, I'm ready, willing and able. You know, you can get hold of me. You know, with social media these days, you can try every which way you want. I mean, it's all there. Or you can even go to the official Emerson, Lake and Palmer site even. Yeah, it's across the board. It's across social media. No problem in getting tickets.
This is fantastic, Carl. We appreciate you being on the show with us. And
you.
The idea, the vision, it sounds like it's going to be electric. I mean, just incredible. Thank you for being with us.
No, thank you. Thank you for the interview.
Absolutely. We'll see you Wednesday.
Okay, great stuff. Take care. Have a good day.
Same to you.